Okay. Hello. Hello. It is very dark in here. I do apologize. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Another day, another video. I have an exciting one for you today. I've recently been told, or shown, that on Reddit there are some royalty-free horror stories that I can read. So I found one that I think is pretty cool. I am going to put a link to it in the section below. And yeah, you guys don't have to read it because I'm going to read it for you. So I think it's pretty cool. It's nothing too hectic, so feel free to show this to your kids because it's not that bad. And yeah, tell me what you think. But to the person who recommended this to me, thank you very much. I'm going to have fun reading this. Okay, that's enough. Straight into this. Let's go. This story was written by the leader of the Deceptacons, so we shall call this person Lud. And it was written about a year ago, and it is called The Doll in the Storage Room. And Lud claims this to be true. When I was younger, I'd go visit my grandparents all the time. They lived in a one-floor house with an unfinished basement, and I never liked it down there. It felt small for a big basement. There was a little door down there as well that was for a storage room, and I always got a horrible feeling when I got close to it. And let me add that this was a newer house that was about 6 years old. Now, during that time, I was about 6 or 7. I felt so uncomfortable going down there. Even when I was with someone, I just didn't like it. I remember going down there with my grandmother to help her with something, and she had to run upstairs because I think someone rang the doorbell. She said she would be right back. And even though she knew how I felt about being alone down there, I nodded and said, "That's fine, okay." When she was gone and I was alone, I started to get a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. I didn't move. I didn't want to move. Even though the lights were on, this is when everything started to happen. The lights started to flicker, and then I started to hear a noise and what sounded like talking. And it wasn't coming from upstairs, but the storage room. I heard someone say my name, and here's the part that freaks me out. The voice, it sounded like my grandmother. I was confused, and I didn't understand why I was hearing her voice from down here when she was upstairs, and I didn't want to move, but I was curious. I started moving closer towards the storage room door, and the closer I got, the worse the feeling became. It started to feel horrible. And when I got to the door, the lights turned off completely, and I was alone in the dark, right next to the storage room. I wanted to run, and I wanted to hide. I wanted to go home. I wanted to be anywhere than where I was. And then I heard my name again. Again, it was in my grandmother's voice, but this time she was asking me to open the door because she needed help. So I did. I couldn't see anything at first. It was pitch black. I couldn't hear anything but faint laughing, and that felt like it went on forever. But then it suddenly stopped and the lights turned back on. And I thought I would feel a little bit better. but I could see inside the storage room. I saw a small clown doll in the storage room, and my grandmother hates clowns with a passion and wants nothing to do with them, so why is there a clown down in the storage room? And then the lights flickered again, and I could see more as I took a step forward. The entire storage room was covered in red that looked like blood everywhere. I screamed, and then I think I passed out, because the next thing I knew, I was lying on my back on the couch upstairs, and my grandmother was looking at me and asking me if I was okay. To this day, I have no idea if that was real or just a dream. But I can tell you one thing. It felt real.